The first in the series of what I'm calling Dad Stories. Welcome. Um, Wanted to make a quick recording of a story from when I was in Marine Corps boot camp. And it's apropos as today is November 5th, 2024. And the Marine Corps birthday is right around the corner. November 10th, 1775, the Marine Corps came alive, born in a tavern in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Tun Tavern. A proud tradition to celebrate the Marine Corps birthday. I've attended 2 Marine Corps birthdays this year. First with the Marine Recruiters of Colorado. Good friends of mine are recruiters here in Colorado Springs, invited me to the Marine Corps ball with them. And then just last Friday, I celebrated the Marine Corps birthday with the Marines of NORAD here in Colorado Springs. They invited me to the ball with them. So a great tradition of celebrating the Marine Corps birthday. So a big shout out to both of those guys, groups of guys, and to my Marine Corps buddies, Chris, Benny, and Rob down in Mexico celebrating the Marine Corps birthday without me this year. So Semper Fi, bros, happy birthday. So on with the story. Marine Corps Boot Camp, I was shipped out to Marine Corps Boot Camp December 28th of 1987, just having graduated from Denver Lutheran High School the previous June. Was waiting around to ship out. Shipped out to boot camp in San Diego. Love San Diego, consider it my second home from where I was born as a Marine. And in proud Marine, former Marine tradition, love San Diego and still got lots of friends there in San Diego. All my Marine Corps buddies that kind of ended up staying there too because they fell in love with it. This particular day, this particular morning, shortly after Reveille, I was designated the late chow private. Now, those of you that went to boot camp know that the process of fire watch, all too familiar, and it varies from company to company. I was in Alpha Company, Platoon 1006, that particular year, and they ran their fire watch the way they ran their fire watch. And so I was up early with Reveille, quickly got on my gear and was making up my rack, and the drill instructor on duty came over and said, "Hey, you're going to be the late chow private, get up to the quarterdeck." So as we went up to the quarterdeck to assume the security post, we were waiting for the platoon to finish getting ready to head downstairs and march off to chow. And they did just that. Well, while the platoon was getting ready, the early chow privates had already went to the chow hall and were going through the process of getting their chow. And then their mission was to get their chow, eat it as fast as they can, and get back, relieve the late chow privates. This is still while the whole platoon is at chow. And the late chow privates, myself included, that particular morning, would head to the chow hall, eat chow as fast as we can, and catch up with the platoon. This particular morning, we were very efficient with our time, and we finished eating. The platoon had already stepped off from the chow hall to return to the squad bay, but we caught up with them. We ran and caught up with the platoon. And the reason that's important to know is typically, I was the first squad leader at the time, I would be at the very front of the platoon. But today, because I just randomly had to be selected as the late chow private, I ended up, as we ran from the chow hall, catching up with the platoon, ended up at the very back of the platoon. So we ended up being in the very back of the 4th squad. So we finished marching with the platoon, a very short march. By the time we caught up with them, we stop in front of the squad bay. The drill instructor says, "Get upstairs, make a head call, and then get online." And so everybody starts filing off in in squad order: 1st squad, 2nd squad, 3rd squad, 4th squad. So I'm the last private that's running up the stairs. And as soon as I get to the top of the stairs, and as soon as I step on the quarterdeck, the drill instructors are screaming, "Secure the head." So I should have immediately turned to the left, went and got online, and waited for the training day to start. But I had to piss, and I had been holding it all morning. Because when I got up, got squared away, got designated to be the late chow private, was on the quarterdeck, I did not have a chance to go use the head. Didn't want to leave my post to make a head call while everybody was at chow. So I just held it. And at this point, I was topped off. I was ready to relieve myself. So I made the right turn, went into the head. I pull up to a urinal and I start doing my business, and there's all kinds of chaos. People are buttoning up and they're heading out to get online, and the drill instructor comes in the head and he's screaming at people, "Get online, secure the head, get online." And I'm finishing my business, and I had already considered it, and I'm just like, you know what? I'm just going to take care of this, and then I'm going to, get online. I was a late chow guy, so I need some slack. Well, this drill instructor, Sergeant Hubry, first time drill instructor. This was his first platoon right out of drill instructor school, so he was learning a lot. He's screaming at me. He gets right up in my face and is like, "Secure the head, secure the head." I just ignored him. I was taking care of business. And then all of a sudden I feel a hand, and I feel a strong pull, and I get spun around midstream. And I turn around and I end up face to face with Sergeant Hubry. And I look down and he looks down, and I had pissed right across his thighs midstream when he spun me around. Now, those Charlie uniforms that the drill instructors wear with the khaki shirt, khaki short sleeve, and the dark green trousers, the Marine Corps green trousers, those trousers, when they get wet, they are very dark, and you can see when they're wet. And of course, with a stream of piss running right along or across the thighs, mid-thigh, you can figure out what happened. So as we locked eyes, he starts turning red, and he's just furious, and he spins around and takes off, leaves the head, and goes straight into the duty hut. So I finished my business. I buttoned up and get out of the head and go get online. And I'm standing there and I'm petrified. The other drill instructor on duty is running around the squad bay, squaring everybody away, doing the thing. And all of a sudden I see Sergeant Hubry come out of the duty hut. He comes running straight over to me, and he gets up in my face and he says, "If you tell anybody about this, I will fucking murder you." Well, here we are. I'm telling everybody about it. I've been telling this story for years and years and years. I didn't say anything during boot camp, except maybe to Jason Allen, who's a good friend of mine that we went to high school together and we went to boot camp together. We're in the same platoon. I think I told him, but I never used Sergeant Hubry's name when telling the story until today. And now it's on the internet, so it'll live forever. 36 years later, maybe Sergeant Hubry and I can hook up and have a beer and have a laugh over this story, because I guarantee you he remembers this experience of his first platoon and all of the exciting experiences I'm sure he had as a drill instructor. So Semper Fi, Sergeant Hubry. I'm still here, and maybe we hook up with that beer. So that's going to do it for this dad story. Thanks for listening. Enjoy. Love you guys.